Hello there, Pete here from EMMISSIONS Cars, bringing you today a very nice little Audi A1 I've just taken in. This is coming through Bowen's garage up in Hereford, up in Ross-on-Wye. We always have a very nice selection of their part exchanges, and I've just picked two up. One of them is a Ford Fusion. That'll be in a future episode. I've got a little bit of prep to do on that, but this one is the Audi A1 TDI, 86,000 miles on the clock. It's a sport spec, and you're literally seeing it as it's just arrived on site. It's pretty much ready to go. A couple of very small stone chips and stuff to touch in on it, but nothing's going to show up on camera really. So I'm going to take you around it now and just show you the condition of this car. I haven't had an A1 in for some time, but that's not a reflection on the fact that I don't like them. I love Audi A1s. They are always a really good seller for us. And back in the days when we used to do a bit of underwriting for Audi, we used to have these things flying out like hotcakes. So it's really nice to have one back on site. This is a 2012 model. It's the 1.6 TDI, which is a Band A tax band on a 2012. It means that this car is just £20 a year to tax. It's that tax band that used to be free, but it's gone up in the most recent budget, so it's not free tax anymore. It's 20 quid a year, but still very cheap, massive saving for people. And the savings don't stop there, because it does 60 plus to the gallon, this car. It's a really good little engine, the 1.6 TDI. Typically Audi VW reliability, very good strong engines. I've actually had one or two of these in my own family over the years, and they've always been very solid and dependable. Sorry, it's very bright tonight. I'm realising this picture here on this side of the car is probably not as good as it should be, so we'll scoot around the front so we're not looking into the sun and hopefully make it a bit better. But it's a very clean car, this. Hard to believe really that it's 13 years old, and it's done 86,000 miles, which obviously is fairly low for the age of it. I was looking on the classifieds earlier just to get a handle on these, and most of the A1s that I'm seeing have done over 100,000 miles, or they're a category car. So it's nice to have one like this. This is a clean HPI clean car with full service history and a warranted 86,000 miles from new, which is very low really for a 13-year-old diesel. So you can see it's in good condition on the outside, hopefully. There's a little bit of a scuff here, I'm hoping you can see, on that wheel arch, but that's a little bit of lacquer and polish and that'll be gone. The wheels are in remarkably good condition, and these are the 16-inch multi-spoke alloys on this, because it's a sport spec. You can see how nice that paint finish is as well. Look at that metallic blue. Really nice deep shine to it. All the alloys are in excellent condition. Got good tyres all round as well. So my head is thinking, well, this is a well looked after car here with the full service history, and looks like it's been loved by its previous owner. There's no real nasty blemishes on it at all. So it should be a nice easy car for us to sell, I would hope. They look appealing. They are a very sexy little small car. They're based on the same chassis as the Volkswagen Polo and the Skoda Fabia. Obviously this is a more prestige car, so you've got a few more toys, a little bit more of a quality feel inside the car. It feels quite premium, but it's got very compact dimensions, and that's the big appeal of these cars. My own partner had one of these herself when they were quite new, because she wanted something that had that prestige sort of feel to it, but she didn't want a big car, which is fair enough. And it's made these very popular, particularly with younger drivers. So quite a cool looking vehicle. I think it still looks cool today. The shape, the design of this car still looks fresh, even though it's 13 years old. And I think the colour on this one's certainly really showing it off at its best, isn't it? Let's just show you the inside quickly as well. See, sport models get these uprated seats. They really are quite a nice interior on these. Look at that. You've got a little pop-up screen on the dashboard as well. It's got Bluetooth phone on it. It has got buttons for navigation, but they don't come with navigation as standard, so don't be fooled. You will see a button in there in a second that says nav. It hasn't got it. It does mean that it's compatible with Audi's nav system, but you have to buy a module separately, and no one ever bothered doing that. But the seats are in very good condition. They've worn well, you wouldn't think. Again, 13 years of use, but there's no real wear on them, which just goes to show the quality of Audi cars, really. Headlining's all nice and clean, as are the door cards. No real excessive wear on anything in here, any of the switchgear, steering wheel. It's all in very, very good condition. Air conditioning blows ice cold as well. That's a massive bonus. I drove this car down from Ross on Wye, and I was very glad of the nice cold aircon, because as you can see, it's quite nice and sunny here today. Not a bad day for Wales. Here we are, look at that. It's not the biggest car in the world, obviously, it's a Polo platform, but there are room for 4 adults in here. There are room for 3 kids across this back seat if you needed to. There's 3 proper seat belts, so why wouldn't you? And it has got ISOFIX points in the back as well, so you can put your car seats in there as well. Always a massive selling point for cars these days, the ISOFIX. It's that little bit smaller than an A3 in quite a good way, I think, as well. It's quite cute and sporty looking. Especially a sort of back angle, I like that. It does very much look as well like the newer A3. If you look at a 2012 A3, that looks quite old compared to the A1. They revised the A3 afterwards, and they really did style it pretty much like the A1. So newer A3s follow the similar sort of styling cues to this car. The A1 was a little bit ahead of its siblings. So there is the boot. Obviously it's not huge, but there is room underneath. It does come with an inflation kit, which I've just taken out of the car a minute just to valet it, but it has got a big battery in the middle. There is some room for tools and bits in this wheel well. No spare though. And you do have a false floor there, which keeps it level with the bumper. So it's a practical space with split fold seats. Not huge, but again, compatible with a Polo and Fiesta and other cars that are in this class. But, you know, a little bit more of a prestige feel when you get inside the car. You have got these interesting little lights here, which I think are a requirement on, in German law, I think it is, that the car has a visible tail light with the hatch up. So these A1s came with that. I think the Insignia Estates came with a similar setup, oddly enough. Let's have a look inside it, shall we? Let's just jump in. Nice sill there. There's no scuffs, there's no marks. It's all really, really good. Get in behind the wheel. Although it's a smaller car, it's not a small car. It feels, you know, it feels good behind the wheel. I've got plenty of leg room. The seat does go back even further than I'm currently sat. Typical of a German car. They do make their cars, they tailor them towards tall people, the Germans. So that's good news for you. If you are 6 foot or over, you will fit quite easily in the Audi A1. And what we'll do now is we'll start it up, shall we? Show you the gauges as we do so. It is due a service. We will provide it with a service. It will be serviced prior to going anywhere. And there we go. Nice familiar looking dials if you've driven an Audi before. I love the digital speedo as well as the analog one. Don't worry, we will refill the washer fluid as part of the service. Now there's a soft limiter on these cars at 2,500 RPM, so that's all it will rev to. But it is very smooth, it is all as it should be, and there's no warning lights there. I can handle the service and the washer fluid being on for a second, because something that we're going to do anyway, that is. Now you do have this nice screen by here, which is operated via the buttons on this stereo by here. So if I was to, for example, put telephone up on there, it'll bring up the connection for my mobile phone. It's got the media system as well. Media is obviously the Bluetooth option for your sounds. It's quite a well-spec'd car for a small car. As I say, it does have a navigation button, but if you press it, unfortunately, it only leads to disappointment unless you've got a special module that you can buy on eBay. But no one ever does. But you don't need that. I mean, the fact of the matter is, if you have, if you're using navigation, just use your mobile phone on Waze. Put it on a holder on the dashboard. It is much better than you will get in a 13-year-old Audi. Anyway, aircon, ice cold, 5-speed manual gearbox on this one. It is a 5-speed, 1.6, 105 horsepower. Very, very well set out and well laid out inside, with all the bits that you want in a modern super mini type car, and not too much clutter. It's quite a nice layout, I think. It looks stylish. Audi are masters of doing a quality interior, and this A1 does feel a class above anything else in this size range, and I include BMW's 1 Series in that. I think this personally is a class above that in terms of the quality, the feel, and the layout of this car. It just has got something about it that makes it feel a little bit special. So there you have it. If you're looking for something that's fairly practical, it's 5 doors, it's diesel, pretty good looking, won't break the bank, is cheap to run, and most importantly has got fairly compact dimensions, this Audi A1 is an absolute star buy. Personally, it's the one I'd buy in this sector. Yes, it's smaller than the A3 and the BMW 1 Series, but it actually manages to feel as good a quality as the A3, better quality if anything than the A1. And if you're looking at buying something in this sort of market, there's only this really, or a Mini, and a 2012 Mini is not going to compete with this in terms of its reliability and its build quality. So this is probably the best car in its class, in my opinion. Interested? Call me 07932 873 646. The Audi will be available very soon. It'll come with a brand new MOT on purchase. We will get that service done as well and get a few other little things checked and a couple of little touch-ins to do on the car, but I really think this is a absolutely spanking example of a really good car in the first place. I love the sport spec, I love the TDI engine, and I love the low running costs, so why wouldn't you? If you're in the market for it, give me a call, and of course, as always, please give us a like, share, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notifications so you can be kept abreast of cars we've got coming in, goings on at the garage, and just other car related adventures that we will be posting. Thanks ever so much for watching, guys. I'm going back into the sun now and it's blinding me, so I will go, but thanks for watching our channel, and we hope to see you very, very soon. Bye for now.